All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 731. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who can name all three PlayStation Plus tiers. Wombat.
Yes, you got PlayStation Plus.
Uh-oh.
Off the bat,
That's not one of them.
You got PlayStation Plus Lite. And you got PlayStation Plus Lite caffeine free.
I spoke too soon. A man who can name none of the PlayStation Plus tiers.
Is it? I know one is extra.
I feel like you don't know one of them.
One is extra because I have extra.
Yes.
I think I know all three of them now.
Then there's.
Not proud to say.
It's not ultimate. Is it ultimate? No.
I think you're looking for the premium experience.
Premium.
It's the first tier you don't know.
It's the first year I don't know.
That's where I live. I'm on the essential plan.
Oh, essential.
You have to know it. See, I was wrong after all. A man who knows 2 out of 3 of the PlayStation Plus tiers.
I'm not a smart man. I thought we went through this once.
I didn't know. Before. I remembered extra because you brought it up a couple of weeks ago, but I had to go look them up just to do this intro and doing research.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Happy Father's Day. You can tell me that.
That's true. I got some shorts, some Mack Weldon Ace sweatshorts, 2 pair.
They bought you some?
Yeah, my wife bought me 2 pairs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because she knows I like them, which is a fact.
Is that because you wore out the ass on the last ones?
You know what? Yeah, my other ones are getting a little faded. And she was like, I think it's time for new ones. And I said, okay, make it a Father's Day thing. And she said, sounds like a plan. And poof, magic happened.
I think Shipwreck wins on the Father's Day gifts this year.
Yeah, are you going to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So I got a arcade 1-up infinity table.
Not many people have said those words, by the way. Ever.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the user base is on this particular product.
15.
Well, there's you.
There's me.
Mm-hmm.
The CEO of 1-up probably has one. So that's 2 people.
Right, confirmed.
So this is of course the digital board game table. So it's there's 2 varieties of it. There's a 24-inch version and there's a 32-inch version.
And you have?
I have the 32-inch version.
Thank God. I was worried for a second.
I know. I was like, please tell me he's got the good one.
The 24-inch version, they're both the same size table.
I was worried you were going to have the essential version.
No, I have the extra and premium. They're both the same size table. So the 24-inch version just has a super large bezel around it on the table.
That's good design. That's where you find it right there.
Yeah.
So what do you do with this thing?
So first of all, like the price. Let's talk about price of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
At retail, this goes for $900,
which we know you did not get that.
No, we did not get it at retail. So we got it at the. I've talked about the local auction houses before, right?
So you got this was taken out of some drug dealer's basement.
Yeah, let's go with that. Most likely,
this is like Miami Vice infinity table.
Yeah. So I know how much Mrs. Shipwreck paid for it. She paid $400 for it. The reason I know this is because she was unable to get away during her lunch break to go pick it up. So she gave me a call to say, hey, you need to go to the warehouse and pick this up. So nice. I went and picked up my Father's Day gift from the auction warehouse.
Did she tell you what it was before you picked it up, or? Well,
she kind of had to, because the way it works is you get the auction email, right? So she forwarded me the auction email that has the item. That way you can go find the item, because you go to the warehouse and you're just searching through the warehouse.
You're
right?
Kidding. That's how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah. You get your cart.
And then somebody stops you on the way out just to make sure you're not taking
Correct.
Something that's not, that's how it works. Wow. Ohio is a weird place. Why is that a thing?
Just figuring that out now.
Why is that a thing? I mean, I know they want to look in the girls' underwear who play sports, but this I can't figure out.
I don't know. That's how it works. It tells you a vague location of where it's at in the warehouse, and you go dig for it and you pull it out, and then you can go if it's a new item or listed as like new, I think is the other one. Then you can test it out at their testing stations and make sure you want it before you buy it. If you want an open box, you show up and you're taking that home with you. It doesn't matter if it's broken or not.
Right. You've already committed to buy it.
Yeah, you've already committed.
Wait, can't you just?
And this was open box, or was this like
this was new?
Okay, so it didn't have like little scratches in the screen from the cocaine razor blades.
No.
What drug dealer is buying that thing? It seemed no drug dealer is buying that.
One that really loves cocaine and Settlers of Catan.
No, I don't think there's much.
I wish it had Catan on it. So it comes with, I don't know, 40 something games. I think close to 50 games on this thing. Some of them are family favorites like Sorry and Connect 4 and Monopoly. Some of them are I don't know, they're Switch titles, basically, like what you would find on the Switch eShop.
Right. Tree. Do they have Tree?
Similar things. I mean, it's got. I enjoy the version of Sudoku that's on there. And
what?
Sudoku.
Okay.
So Sudoku.
I think the second take was better.
Oh, okay. I might have been thinking in my head if I was going to pronounce mahjong right. That's what I was going to mention next.
Mahjong.
Oh wait, I have first of all, this sounds lame already. It sounds
it's good. It's good.
What are you going to use this for? What are you going to use it? Real life scenario.
Can't you download games to it though?
You can download games to it too, but it's a very limited store at this point. I bought one game. I bought Ticket to Ride because my family enjoys Ticket to Ride.
Because she don't care.
Yeah.
But have you played any of these games?
Like I played almost everything that's on this
with
table,
your family. Yeah. With your family,
yes.
And
yes,
it tests well with the family. That's what I'm.
It does. They've tried to put a couple of action-y games on there, and it doesn't have the response time for those.
Okay,
like
it's really for board games.
It's really just for board games. So,
okay,
we will get our $400 out of it, no problem. I can't imagine, like, how this lives on the market at $900. This is the Arcade 1-Up Infinity table. People were asking what this thing was called.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have it's a two-part question potentially. Question number 1, is there a web browser?
No. But I know it's an Android-based thing.
Okay.
If I wanted to hack into this thing, I'm pretty sure I could plug in a keyboard and boot into the Android operating system if I wanted to.
You haven't looked that up yet though. See if people are doing
There's
that.
Not a lot of info. There's not a lot of.
You haven't checked the Reddit to see.
There's not a lot of Reddit posts about this thing.
Oh, because I was thinking this could be a good masturbation tablet.
I think if you modded it, yeah, I think you could. But I don't want to try and mod it and break it because we're actually using it right now.
Right.
So.
And maybe, you know what, you don't want to really be jerking off with the thing that you're playing, like Sorry on with the
kids,
family.
Let's play some Monopoly.
Why is it all sticky? Why is this tablet all sticky?
There's a lot of one of the games you can buy is Batman Monopoly.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. There's also a Beast Boy game on there too that I haven't played. There's a lot of Warner Brothers properties. You can buy like Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit.
Does it have regular Trivial Pursuit?
It does. Regular Trivial Pursuit comes built in.
Okay. I could see that kind of being cool in the sense that you don't have to clean anything up.
Yeah, it definitely is. And you can swap between games.
We're still talking about jerking off?
Yes, we're talking about masturbation.
It also has some of those like bar type games on there, like Spot the Difference.
With the naked people? Does it have naked people?
This is a family device.
Because that's what I used to play at the bar, was naked people Spot.
I would not, by the way, pay $900 for like a jerk off tablet. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. 800 is your limit.
No, it's like 4 or 3.
These things have to be coming down in price though, right? Like there's going to be a clearance sale on these things.
I feel like there should be today.
Monitor the warehouse.
They've only been out for a little less than a year, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So, but I feel like there's going to be some good deals on these for people. And that if in the right environment, it's pretty good.
Sure.
Right? Like if you have small kids that are like, I like playing Sorry. I don't like having to like tell them how like how it all works, right? Like it all played, like all the rules are there
I
for
think
you.
it would be great for Monopoly. I mean,
Right.
who wants to
Oh, it
be,
is.
you know, yeah, like dealing with the money.
My
and
my
all that.
daughter's been playing 6 people Monopoly by herself.
How that's going to get old quick. I don't know. I feel like these games, a big part of these games are, touching the pieces and playing with the money. Like that's the cool part.
You keep going back to masturbation table with touching the piece.
No, now I'm talking about Monopoly. And sorry. Like that's the fun part of those games. Is like, getting the thimble and choosing all that shit.
That stuff's all there. It just has some like interactive stuff with it now.
I know. When I was in college, we played we played Monopoly on the Genesis, and it was like in theory it's good, but like also it's not great.
Monopoly on Genesis, that's a solid version of Monopoly. It's one of my favorite versions of Monopoly.
I mean, it was well done, but it's like, you got to watch the fucking thing move around the board. It's not very fast. And anyway.
They've done a good job on the majority of this. It's just like the market isn't there to sustain this thing, right?
No.
If the market was there and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna be adding Catan and all these other
and porn,
like board game. It's a board game thing. I'm looking for the board game.
Does it have like poker or anything like that?
It does have that. I haven't bought it yet, but it is a $5 download for the.
Okay, I could
poker.
see. I could see that being a thing.
It's got like off-brand Uno.
Okay. But I could also see that being an issue. It's like, how do you look at your cards without other people's cards?
It comes with these little like cardboard covers that have like little stands on them that you can cover up, like because you have to use that to get the ride as well. You can cover up your little area on the screen so that people can't see it. So,
because I could see poker being fun, some like World Series of Poker style poker.
Yeah, it's a very fun thing. It's just a very like
not have to worry about
how did this get to the market at $900 thing.
I know how.
Which one's the flop?
But you look at it and you see the arcade machines now. Their arcade machines are like $600, right?
On sale when they're on sale.
And so the build quality of this is much better than like the plywood little arcade 1-up things, and it has a lot more games on it too. So I understand kind of how they got to that price point.
Right. They got a little cocky, I think, because people were buying all those arcade machines.
I'm wondering if maybe they overplayed their hand and that it is too big. Because how big is like a Monopoly board, really?
Not that big.
It's not 32 inches. So could they have gotten away with the 20-inch infant?
Well, I mean, but you want to have enough room for people to sit around it too, right?
Well, if you got something that was just the thing and you could put it on your top of your coffee table,
it's pretty heavy. They tout it as portable. It's not so.
It doesn't
portable.
look portable.
I mean, you're basically carrying around a 32-inch TV, right?
You gotta plug it in.
That can attach. Yes, you plug it in, or you can buy a $150 battery.
Sweet
for it.
That's fun.
A pretty sweet solution, to quote someone else on this show.
Right, Reggie.
It plugs into the wall just fine.
Oh, I have a dumb question, just to move on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. Unless you have more to say.
No, I'm good. Go for it.
Hey, Cheapy, I noticed behind you that there's more than one trophy. How did that happen?
Light them up.
I just was looking at him like, wait a minute. When did he get two?
Well, first of all, yes, I did. On Saturday, there was a tournament, the second tournament, and I did take first place in the division that I got second place in last month. So that was very nice. And I beat 2 players. I did so well in this tournament that my rating is being manually evaluated. It's going up more than the formula would do. So like my rating is going up a lot. So I can't even play in this division anymore.
What was your rating before?
My rating was just under 1,100, and now I believe it's 1,600.
Okay, so the larger the number, the better the rating.
Correct. It's not a rank, it's a rating.
Gotcha. So what is the top rating?
The top rating is 2,800. So I looked up what like the median rating is, and that's 1,279.
So you're better than the median.
Yes. So
is that like being a scratch golfer?
I don't know what that means.
That means that your handicap is 0.
It means I got to keep fighting to maintain that rating and to go keep going up. You don't want to get cocky. That's the thing. Anyway, it was nice to win.
So if you lose a lot, do you get to go back down to the winning tournaments again?
Yes. Okay. I can win. I have a chance to win at the next level. I feel I can win at the next level.
If not, you can always lose some and get some more trophies.
Look, I got the 2 trophies. How many trophies does one guy need? I'm just happy that I was able to make that happen.
So you're gonna like start hanging around at ping pong clubs in other states, and you're gonna like go up, and you're gonna play poorly, and people are gonna be like, "Hey, look at this loser." You're like, "Yeah, it's my first time playing."
They know.
Want to play for some money?
Nobody does that. And no. And they'll. I'm not. No.
There's not money games and.
I haven't
in the table tennis.
There are, but I'm not looking to.
Minnesota cheapie at the table.
I'm not really a gambler. I don't know if you know that about me. Like I don't care about gambling.
Well, the first rule of gambling is never play pool with a guy who owns his own cue. I assume it would be the same for ping pong. Never bet on ping pong with someone who has their own.
Oh, but you roll in with the Walmart special though. Like that's how you play the people.
I have to use I use like a special paddle. That
you
is
can't
like
play with a Walmart paddle at all?
Yeah, I can play with anything. But like to win the tournaments, I have to use like a special paddle. That's like defensive paddle.
Made out of a hickory tree.
It cost
struck by lightning in his backyard.
No, it was expensive. You'd probably find it expensive for a ping pong paddle.
$900.
No. It's cheaper than
it's not an infinity paddle.
It's even cheaper than your table on the price that you got it at. So let's not get crazy. It's like $300.
That's not bad at all.
No,
I'm serious. I don't.
No, and that Anyway, it was nice to win. I played adult. I beat men. I beat several men who were ranked higher than me. And
how many females?
What's wrong with females? The females are kick your fucking ass.
You said you beat several men.
I didn't think I played any. I played one young woman. Yes, one.
She was 11.
She was not 11. You don't understand. Like there was an 11-year-old there, and she's like rated 1450 or something.
It's fine.
But she'll beat me probably, and my rating's gonna go down. Anyway, I also had a nice Father's Day. I got a scratch DJ lessons. You know they have scratch DJ lessons?
I did not know that was a thing, but I'm glad to hear that you got them.
I need them. Apparently.
Is that like an online thing, or do you just show up somewhere?
Your choice. They have a school in Manhattan you can go to.
And who's the teacher? Is it Dougie Fresh?
The school is started by Run DMC, somebody from Run DMC. I forget who.
Is it Run? You have a choice of 3.
Well, yeah, I know. I just don't know.
And isn't one of them dead? So it's really a choice of 2.
Well, I don't know. The guy who died, the school don't shut down usually. Not a moneymaker like a scratch DJ school where they're just like, the dump truck is just backing up with the money, I'm sure. Anyway, that's a good gift though. I was impressed with that gift giving.
It's fun.
Yes. Also,
they actually have this is a legitimate business.
Yeah. Look, I knew about it before. Like when, I heard about it. I've looked into it before, and they have it's like when you're trying to learn something like this, it's good to have homework. You don't know what to practice, right? Like,
yeah, it makes sense. It's just surprising to me that that's not like incorporated into some other kind of music school at this point.
Oh, maybe it is. There's a bunch of like DJ schools, I think. DJing is like DJ stuff is popular at music and like Sam Ash and what's like Guitar Center
clubs.
Well, no, I'm saying like music stores.
He's like gear, like buying
gear. It's right in the window when you walk by Guitar Center. Like right in the front window is a Pioneer turntable.
I think some of that though is just like people think they can do it a little bit. Like they could just take it home, and it's it's reasonably priced now, and it looks all pretty and has fun buttons on it.
And they're right.
Yeah.
You're just a few YouTube videos away, and the time putting into it. I recommend it. It's a good hobby.
Once you're good at it, you just upload it all to a thumb drive, and you go to a concert, you just plug in your thumb drive, and you go like this for an hour.
No, they don't do that.
Yes, they do.
They do not. Come on, they have video all up. Stop. Don't embarrass yourself.
Every now and again, they pretend and they go.
They don't do that. These guys, they're professionals. They wouldn't want to. They wouldn't want to do that. They would be embarrassed by that. Speaking of that, I went to Orangetheory's guy. Do you know who Steve Aoki is?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, we do.
Do you know who his dad was?
Benihana.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's got some deal with Orangetheory where they do a special workout where he mixes together like the workout music, and it matches up with the pace of what's going on in the workout at the time. So when you're supposed to run really fast, like the beat drops or whatever. So I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but it's usually on Saturday, and I like to go during the week, and my family doesn't like when I go on the weekend. So it happened to be on a Tuesday, and I went, and I was so excited. And I guess the coach has some interaction. She's got to do something to make it work properly, because I heard the same song 3 times in a row, like just back to back over and over again, because she fucked it up somehow. And it was a song that I really actually liked before hearing it 3 times in a row and just rowing over and over again. But I think that's maybe sort of the future of this stuff, is having these, not fucking it up, but having big time DJs branded with these types of workouts, because people seem to be into it. Maybe not the older people, and I'm part of the older people, but I don't know. I liked it. I would go out of my way for that type of thing, if they could do it right somehow. I don't know. But anyway, that was my Father's Day experience. Have you been to Brian and Cooper, Wombat? That steakhouse?
No, I know what it is, but I haven't been there. No.
It's like Peter Luger. It's pretty similar. Yeah, we went there for Father's Day.
Cool.
The waiters there, I guess you've been to Peter Luger's before, right? You know, the waiters are characters.
Yeah, they're surly.
They're surly, but yet they're making
This
a
is
lot of
eat a dicks type of thing. What is this?
No. It's they've been there for 30 years.
Yeah, they've all been working there since World War II. And you go and you're like, I'd like a steak, and you're like, well, and they ask you what kind of. If you don't know what kind of steak you want, they yell at you. And if you were to say you wanted your steak well done, they'd kick you out.
Right. They don't do that at Brian and Cooper, but the guy, I mean, it's similar type of situation where, anyway, we had this guy, he wasn't mean at all, but he had a big personality, and he would say things like, well, we had some, fresh mozzarella just came up. Sounds really good with tomato. And we'd be like, oh yeah, that sounds good. And we would order that. And then later we'd come back and he would for dessert, he would say had some apple strudel that just came up. I was thinking, what does that even mean? Just came up. It didn't just come up.
Someone threw up, and
it means
he's food appearing in the back.
Right. That's not how restaurants work. We just had
mozzarella and tomatoes in. I don't know.
It's obviously.
I was in the back, and you wouldn't believe it, because it's a kitchen. And
but he said those words. Just came up.
There was mozzarella cheese and tomatoes there.
Yeah, you just say, well, it just came up. It's nice and hot, the apple strudel. But it's no, they didn't make the apple strudel. Wait till someone orders it, and then you make it. But it was a very good sales technique. These guys who have been there for so long, they know what they're doing.
Well, I'm glad you got your.
It was a good dinner, by the way.
What kind of steak did you get?
So the guy, of course, we ordered probably exactly what he wanted us to order. I'm thinking.
Did you get the porterhouse for 2?
We got that's their normal steak is porterhouse. We got some porterhouse just came up.
Porterhouse just
hot,
came
nice
up.
and hot and fresh. No, they have something called the Colorado cut.
Okay, is that a tomahawk?
He said it was the premium version of their normal steak. Okay. So because we're not going to eat that much steak, I figure just get the better steak, but less of it, because we're never going to eat that much. So he probably wanted us to get that and talked me into it. I did basically whatever he wanted, probably, except none of us drank alcohol, so that probably didn't like that.
Old fashioned just came up.
Nice and cold, $17. Anyway, that's a good spot
for a steakhouse. That'd be a good price for an old fashioned.
Probably, yeah. I didn't look at the bill. It was well. I did look at the bill. It was a lot. I didn't look at the individual prices.
$900.
Infinity table.
It was a lot. Did you for what? This is really just for Wombat and any Long Island listeners. I've been looking for good tacos for a long time on Long Island, and we finally found them. And they're in Westbury, Wombat. You got to go. It's easy for you. El Mercadito. Real Mexican tacos. Even one of our Mexican listeners commented on my picture and gave the thumbs up. He said, muy bien. He didn't say that. I'm just showing off my Spanish.
He's just showing off that Spanish 101.
No, but seriously, this is the closest thing that I've had to Los Tacos #1. And even I told the waiter there that's like where I discovered real tacos was at Los Tacos #1. And the guy was like, yeah, I know that place. It's good. So El Mercadito, Wombat.
Okay.
That's your spot.
Sounds good.
Yes. All right.
Do they have tongue tacos?
Yes.
Nice.
They have tongue tacos, and they had something. They have the dry beef, cecina, I think it was called.
Not ropa.
That's something else. That's something else. I'm talking about just the taco. I didn't even look at the other. I really just looked at the taco stuff. They had a really big menu.
Okay.
But yes, they did have the tongue lengua, and but the dry beef, dude, dry beef, cecina. It was like
that in
fucking
the Dorito shell. Delicious.
It was not served in a Dorito shell. And they had the big fresh fruit drinks that are like $5 and you get your own mini pitcher.
Baja Blast.
Not a Baja Blast. Fresh fruit like melon, strawberry. Oh my God. Anyway, how about some show feedback? I'm just making myself hungry with these fucking tacos.
That's okay. So we talked last week about your neighbor and his Tesla. And Aries Dog had to say, weird to hear how anti-electric vehicle GPD is. I used to be a huge Elon fan, but since 2020, he's gotten weird. Still love Tesla, the company, and their mission. Long ago, I realized the CEO of most Fortune 500 companies are terrible people.
I'm not anti-EV.
I don't think you ever said you were.
I'm anti-ED.
Yeah, wah. You just said that Teslas. You said you don't think Teslas are high quality.
That's from what I've heard. I'm waiting to go on the test drive with this guy to find out.
But that doesn't mean that you hate all electric vehicles. I heard that the electric Mustang seems pretty cool.
I personally, I don't hate any electric vehicles. I do not like Elon Musk, and I would have a difficult time reconciling getting into a Tesla every morning, knowing that money went to him. Any money went to him. So that's really the problem. But also, I do like the noise that a car makes, that like a good sounding car makes. And
you think they need to add that sound to electric vehicles?
Some cars have that apparently. Because I said that to my BMW friend, and he said that the BMWs do that. But I feel like you should have a box where you could just dial in any engine sound. Like, how hard would that be?
What if you just put baseball cards in the spokes?
That's not going to work. Like, why push one button and it sounds like a Ferrari? Push another button and it sounds like Kit. Push another button and it sounds like Herbie the Love Bug. I mean, I could let me download the fucking sounds for $2.99.
Another button, it sounds like the Jetsons car.
Exactly. So I heard a car that sounded like the Jetsons car. The Audi sort of sounds like that.
You've enjoyed that. I'll do it again just for you.
I love the Jetsons. I watch the shit out of the Jetsons.
That show is awesome. That's why.
I'll take any. I haven't watched Jetsons in a long time, so I maybe not be able to take any trivia challenge, but I feel like I watched all of them. Anyway, I am not anti-EV.
Are you a member of the Jet Screamer fan club?
That was Judy's band that she liked, right?
Yes, that was Jet Screamer was the guy she liked. Yes. Oop, up, eek,
Yeah.
You remember the Flintstones album where they had the Sugar Hill Gang on it?
No.
No.
I do.
That's after my time.
I was in camp when the Sugar Hill Gang hit, and I remember singing that song with my friends, the Whiteys. Yes, only anti-Tesla. That's all. What else we got here, Wombat?
Sure. Idiot Man 09 said, my wife and I watched the entire Staircase documentary on Netflix, then the HBO Max series, and that is just a hell of a lot of crazy.
Yeah, too much.
I agree with GB that Firth played Peterson pretty well. He nails the voice and inflections. We both believe he did pretty well, but I want to believe
he did it. He did it. We both believe he did it as well. Like the murder.
I both believe he did it as well, but I want to believe that. Did you?
Yeah.
We talked about it last week.
I don't like ruining it for people.
Okay, but I want to believe a blank did it. I do feel bad for the guy's family, though. The kids didn't deserve any of that being thrust in their lives. And then he goes on to say, and Dewey Cox might be the worst movie I've ever watched or seen. Every time Wombat says something positive about it, I just shake my head in disbelief.
I like that.
I don't know if it, okay, I'm not saying comedy is subjective, but the worst movie you've ever seen?
It does have a solid 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, so you can't argue the facts there.
It is a very good movie. I enjoy it very much. The music in that movie is significantly better than it should be. I don't know. I recommend Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. I recommend that with a pop star.
I recommend it so much that you say the full name of that movie.
Yes. And Pop Star Never Stop Poppin' is like the companion movie to that movie.
And then you can move on to Girls Five Ever or whatever that other thing you watch.
Yeah, yes, but that doesn't take place in the same universe. Those two movies take place in the same universe.
Duh.
It's like a shared universe movies. So I recommend the two of them.
Nice.
They're both very funny. Pop Star is I also feel is underrated. Did you ever see that one? Lonely Island movie?
No, I'm going to watch. That's on my radar, though. I've been meaning to watch it.
I find that movie to be part. You would like that a lot more than Walk Hard.
Mrs. Chibi doesn't want to watch it.
I don't have to tell you.
I know.
Watch it on your own. It's got DJs in it. It's got DJing in it.
Oh, I like DJs.
And
Chip, you haven't watched the Spin yet, or no?
No.
I have not watched Spin yet on Disney Plus. But
you know what I did watch? Oh wait, did you want to plug this first? Or are we gonna?
Yeah. Before we go with the Watch This Jerks, let's just give a quick shout out to LI Retro. We're going to be doing a CAGcast. I don't know the exact date, but it's sometime. It's probably on the weekend of the August 12th. So you can go to liretro.com for tickets and more information, and they'll probably announce exact day and time.
That's where we'll go to find out as well.
What's that?
That's where we'll go to find out as well.
Yes. I'll just be refreshing that.
Refreshing there.
I got one hand, I'm refreshing my USA table tennis rating. The other hand, I'm refreshing LI Retro. So now it's time for Watch This Jerks.
Okay, so I watched. Now I can say I watched. RRR.
And you finished it.
I finished it. I watched all 3 hours.
I have not finished it yet.
I liked it.
I like it too.
Movie.
It's a long movie.
That movie is long. It is dumb. It is fun. It is. Has some
dumb.
Of the,
it's nice.
I mean, the scene when he goes to rescue the girl in the courtyard. I don't want to spoil anything because we may have listeners that may go to watch it.
Yes,
but that was pretty dumb. That was like, this is silly. And don't get me wrong, I'm here for it.
Right.
It's like,
no
this
dumber
is what I
than
want to see.
It's no dumber than any of like the Disney Star Wars.
Oh, it's no dumber than any. It's. I mean, it's like historical Indian Marvel Civil War. That's what this movie is. One guy is Iron Man, the other guy is Captain America. They even like at the end make a thing that say something similar to that. And I'm like, oh, I get it. I get what they're doing here. And once you're in it, you're in it. And it's, although the movie, that opening scene,
it's pretty awesome. It's pretty much the best thing ever. You know, you didn't make a mistake, right? Remember I said that? I said within the first 5 minutes, you know, like, oh, I made a very wise decision in watching this movie.
The first 5 minutes is like, oh, this movie hits hard.
Did your kids watch it with you, Wombat?
My son watched it with me.
Was his mouth
Really?
like to the floor during that?
He not only did he love it, but he has a friend in his class who's from India who loves this movie.
Yeah.
So while we're watching it, he texted his friend, and his friend was so excited that he had someone that he could talk to about this movie. I think he texted like every 5 minutes while we were watching the movie. We would get a message from him.
Not annoying at all.
He gave Elliot like a list of movies that he wants him to watch. Now Elliot has them queued up in his on Amazon Prime, so he can watch them because they're all on Prime. And nice. So, you know, I guess culture is that what this
it's good. It's great. I mean, like that's what's nice about watching movies from different countries that you're not familiar with. I mean, you learn about the countries. Like
he's learning about other countries. It's bringing him together with friends. It's like a whole.
Maybe you're gonna watch the Korean shows that I recommend. Maybe not the dating one, not the dating one, but watch the one where the girl who kicks the shit out of everybody. My Name.
You have to say, and a man has a fist fight with a tiger. And then, and only then, might I be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll check that out. Because in RRR, a man punches a tiger in the face.
A CG tiger.
I don't care.
CG, though.
What's that?
Pretty good CG.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I only saw one weird thing.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you know what it is. It's not.
Yeah,
and
Right.
actually,
It's not fooling you completely, right?
Right.
You know,
Oh,
you're gonna
I'm
be
not.
looking for stuff.
I'm not fool. Exactly. Oh, did you know? Okay, so in the movie, there's
Mhm.
the evil governor
Yes.
and the evil governor's wife.
Yes.
Do you know who the evil governor's wife is? Could you tell by looking at her what movie you know her from?
No.
Because I looked up who was in this movie because I'm like, she looks familiar. Who is she? She was the blonde Nazi lady from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, wow. I remember her. A hot one.
Yep. Yes, the hot one.
Okay.
They had a good makeout session in that movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very uncomfortable to watch with your son.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And the governor was the Punisher in Punisher Warzone, and he's the Fat Warriors 3 in the Thor movies.
White people are the bad guys.
Yeah, white people are the bad guys, but they do well. They play it well. They
Watch
play bad well.
RRR and then watch other movies from other countries. They're good.
Yeah.
You get tired of watching the same stuff from America.
Oh, I watched some real shit over the weekend, so that was like a good break of watching something that was
Nice.
actually quality.
What else are you watching?
I checked out God's Favorite Idiot. That's been my show to watch before I go to sleep. I need to watch something that's bad before I go to sleep. And God's Favorite Idiot has won that prize for right now.
Nice.
That is the Melissa McCarthy, Ben Falcone, that's her husband, sitcom on Netflix. I guess sitcom is the word because they're half-hour comedy episodes. I mean,
Right.
So Ben Falcone is a regular guy who gets struck by lightning, and God speaks to him. It's basically Oh God. Remember the movie Oh God
With George Burns?
Yeah. It's basically
Well, I've seen all those.
But George Burns isn't in it, and it's Ben Falcone instead of John Denver.
Those movies were pretty cool. Those Oh God movies.
Yes, it's not as good as Oh God.
Remember the one with the guy who was like Billy Joel, kind of like he wanted to basically be like Billy Joel.
You mean Blossom's dad, Ted Wass?
Yeah. Which one was that? Oh, is that Oh God You Devil? That was Oh God You Devil.
Oh God You Devil. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like pretty emotional. That one.
Mm-hmm. I think he passed away. The late Ted Wass.
George Burns.
George Burns. Yes. No, he's still.
I would think so at this point.
He's 120 now.
I don't need to look it up, but I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Those were good. Those were good movies.
Those were good. I'm trying to remember. Oh God, Book 2 is the one with the little girl.
When's the 4K discs of those coming out?
Yeah, that one's not great. You're right.
We need the 4K collection of Oh God.
You think so? You think that everybody's clamoring for those right now?
Yeah, sure. That's what everyone wants. Everyone wants Oh God Book 2 on 4K. The 4K transfer.
Looking for All of Me as well.
All of Me is great. Back and ball. Edwina back and ball.
When my dad was here for Father's Day, I made him watch Flash Gordon, the 4K Flash Gordon, just to show him, like, it's a really good showcase of, like, here's an old movie and look what they can fucking do to it to make it, like, the colors just fucking explode off of that football scene where he, with the music and he's blowing and knocking people over.
Yep.
Very impressive. That's like a showcase piece now for your home entertainment system. Who would have thunk? That's why I'm saying you never know about Oh God You Devil. There could be some real art in there.
I'm pretty sure I know.
There's no art in there?
No. Now a 4K transfer of Joe versus the Volcano, that's a different story.
I mean, I guess it's more about like the job that they do specifically on those transfers, not just 4K. Like I think, sometimes it's not
just whether or not the visuals of the movie were stimulating in the first place.
Yeah. I gotta say, if you ever see that disc on the Flash Gordon disc on sale anywhere, grab it because it's pretty impressive. It's like watching a whole new movie, and the acting is bad, but other than that, it's good. What else are you watching?
I watched the first 2 episodes of Players on, I want to say that's Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's the esports mockumentary.
This is the cream cheese thing.
This is Cream Cheese, the esports mockumentary about cream cheese. It's from the guys who made American Vandal, which is why I was interested in it, because I really love American Vandal.
It was
if you
very
haven't
funny.
watched that on Netflix, yeah, Who Drew the Dicks is one of the best. I mean, it's pretty good. It doesn't grab you like American Vandal does, because there was that mystery element of American Vandal where it's dumb as it was. it still kind of drew you in.
It was a thriller.
It was a thriller. It was a thriller and a comedy and a mockumentary all about someone drawing dicks, and they pulled that off in much better than they should have. But anyway, Players is about a League of Legends esports team and it's filmed like a documentary, and they all live in the same house, and the starting players live in the main house, and the farm team rookies all live in like a little offshoot apartment next to the house. And there's Cream Cheese, who's the star of the team, who helped create the team. And, there's this new upstart kid that comes in, and they're button heads, and the new upstart kid doesn't follow the rules. And it's interesting. And I actually want to see where they go with it. And, there's the team owner who also, I think he owns the Spurs.
Is it funny though? It sounds like it's not, it's like cute, but not funny.
It like, it's like always like, it's so close to sometimes being funny.
That's not good.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. It's not. Yeah.
It never makes me laugh, but I'm also like, oh, it's one of those, Cream Cheese is
That's what I mean. Cute, like clever. It's clever, but not laugh out loud funny.
It's not laugh out loud funny.
Like Hacks is laugh out loud funny.
Yeah, I get what they're doing, and I appreciate it. And like I said, I kind of want to see where they go with it. Like it's either it has to swing one way. It's either going to swing super dark or super light, and I'm kind of want to see where they go with it.
Are you learning a lot about League of Legends?
I mean, they play it, but that's about as much as.
Right. Yeah, I would imagine they don't go into it much.
Yeah, they don't go into detail on that. So that's what I've been watching.
We started watching Stranger Things, the latest season, and that is definitely more Stranger Things. They did it. They've come up with another monster in the town, and the kids are now older, and it's in the 80s still. And they play like 80s songs for nostalgia purposes, and everything is basically for nostalgia purposes. And it's not bad. I'm going to watch more of it.
My kids are both watching Stranger Things.
Not too scary for them?
No. It was too scary for Sabrina, and she had to stop.
Right.
Then she started watching it again, despite the fact that we told her, if this is too scary for you, maybe you should stop.
Right.
Elliot binged season 1 and season 2 in about 3 days.
Right.
And thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. Again, you can't tell with kids. Just because one's older and one's younger, their tolerance for things is very different.
Right. It's, it's more Stranger Things.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. What's up next?
Do we want to do, what? Let's do words from our friends.
Sure.
And then go to new releases if that works.
It works.
All right. Got to get ready. What is Green Chef? Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences. Get access to unique farm-fresh ingredients like figs, dates, and artichokes, plus sustainably sourced seafood. Time-saving recipes packed with fresh produce and vibrant flavors to help you make the most out of those long summer days. Green Chef's expert chefs curate every recipe so you can enjoy restaurant-quality dishes at home without compromising on taste. Green Chef has options for every lifestyle: keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. Pressed for time? Try fast and fit for fresh, convenient, calorie-conscious recipes ready in 25 minutes or less. Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I love switching between the brands, and now you guys can too with a discount from the CAGcast. As I just mentioned, I use Green Chef. Their food is great. I really do like the pre-portioned, pre-cut produce a lot in Green Chef. It does save a lot of time. I think that's kind of awesome. Again, just go to greenchef.com/CAGcast130 and use code CAGcast130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Again, go to greenchef.com/CAGcast130 and use code CAGcast130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. This show is also sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Life can be overwhelming, and many people are burned out without even knowing it. Symptoms can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, attachment fatigue, and more. I understand this very well. We're literally in the middle of the busiest work month, past the busiest work month I've ever had in my entire life. I feel like I'm tired all the time. We associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead to us feeling burned out. And BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life. Again, I talked about how stressful things are at work. I have 2 dogs in the house now. I have a daughter that just graduated from middle school today. My son graduates from elementary school tomorrow. I have scout stuff to deal with. It's a lot. And it's good. Sometimes I deal with it. Really, I find the best thing is just really getting a good night's sleep. That's me. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and CAGcast listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/CAGcast. That's BETTERHELP.com/CAGcast. Ads done.
Bread's
Thank
done. What are you waiting for me? What do you need me for?
Well, you're not on camera. You're still not on camera.
Oh, now it broke.
See, it's doing that thing. Yeah, my camera does that too sometimes.
No, it'll work.
I know. You have to sometimes unplug it and plug it back in when it does the orange
Look at
thing
you,
comes up.
Mr. IT guy over here.
This happens with me with this camera all the time at work.
It's okay.
And,
you can just keep going with the show. Don't worry about the camera.
I mean, we could talk about new releases while GP fixes things.
Do it.
Do it.
Let's see. What are we playing? You know what I played a little bit of? The free-to-play version of Fall Guys, because that's now free to play on everything, including your Switch and your PlayStation 5.
My son was playing it. I caught him playing it this morning.
On your Xbox. Well, when you turn it on, now, if you had this on PSN back in the day, right? And you turn it on and you re-download it on one of your new consoles and you have a linked account, you're going to get all sorts of free crap. And that was kind of cool. Like, I got the free Assassin's Creed costume, and I bet you two have it also, because I'm sure you had it on PSN. You get the season pass, the first season pass for free. You get I got like a dwarf costume. I mean, I got all sorts of neat, like a Viking guy. It was pretty cool. Like, I wasn't expecting that. So I was pleasantly surprised when I booted up this game just to see, it's free to play. Let's see how it looks on the Xbox, as if it was going to look different. And right. I appreciated it. I appreciated how they're setting this up in their free to play world and how they're going to try to monetize it. It's owned by Epic now, so it's not too shocking that they know how to monetize it without it feeling too predatory. I think giving away the first season pass is a good way to do that if you want people to keep playing. It's almost the exact opposite as, we talked about Ubisoft and their roller derby game that I already forgot the name of.
Right.
Where everyone was wearing the same default orange shirt, even if they were on the blue team. And it just didn't, they just don't know how to do it. You gotta lead with a carrot. You gotta give the first hit for free, basically. And they're doing that with this. It helps that the game is cute and fun. I mean, that aesthetic goes a long way. If those characters look even a little bit different, I don't know if this game works. But, they're cute.
Are you going to play it ever again?
I played a little bit of it today before we did the show, just to see, like you said, do I want to keep playing it?
What about the roller
What
about the roller derby game?
The roller derby game? Probably not.
Right.
They don't know. They didn't. I played Fall Guys. They gave me the battle pass for free. I played a little bit of it today. I played it, maybe a half hour in total between the first time I downloaded it and today. And I went up 4 levels. I don't think I'm level 2 in that roller derby game.
Right.
And I probably played that for an hour. It's knowing how to incentivize your playtime and maximize the incentives. And I know that that's not easy to do, but so far I would say that I'm impressed that Fall Guys was able to do that right out of the gate, on their first free-to-play week.
Nice. What else we got?
What else we got? I feel like there was something else. Oh, did you play any of the Shadowrun stuff? I know you were a fan of those, GP. Did you play
Me?
Shadowrun? Yeah.
I'm a fan of that? I don't know that I'm
I
a
thought
fan
you were
of
a
that.
fan of the original Shadowrun RPG, the original PC
Nah.
Shadowrun game. No,
Not really.
no.
No.
All right. Well, I checked that out. Shadowrun Returns. It's on Game Pass, so I figure what the heck. I used to play the pen and paper Shadowrun, not so much the PC video games.
Right.
So at least I knew what all the classes were. But I don't know. It's a little too. It feels its age. There's no voice acting. It's a lot of text to read.
Ooh, you don't like that?
No, it's turn-based.
Get that reading out of here.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure there are people that have very fond memories of these games that will enjoy revisiting them in a nice, clean package, but I don't think it's for me.
Fair enough. Everything doesn't have to be for you.
No, exactly. I'm
what
glad.
about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge?
I was about to get to that. I didn't finish that yet. Have you?
I have not finished it yet either. I played a little bit with my kids on it. They liked it enough. These beat 'em up games, I don't know, with my kids at least, they lose interest in them really quickly. There's not a lot of to use the same like terms that you're using, the carrots not there for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of get, I don't know, bored with the beat 'em ups. And Dashiell's already played through the arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles several times. And so this just made him want to go back and play other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, like full on 3D games that we have. So, but
wait, I don't understand why he likes those and doesn't like this.
It's the 2D nature of it. He calls this old, right? He doesn't want to play the old Turtles game. He wants to play the new ones that are familiar with the shows that the Turtles that he watches.
Oh, you mean just like the characters are old, not the.
It's the characters and the art style. And the gameplay.
And the game. Wow. So everything about it. It's
everything.
So we're old is what you're saying?
Oh, that's without saying, yeah.
Fuck.
I could have told you that.
Right. Oh, I'm surprised because Ty thinks it's awesome.
Did you finish it?
No, but it's not because I'm not a gamer or something. Like I'm not good enough. I just didn't put the time into it.
I didn't say that. I just know that it's fairly short.
I think we're on like the 6th or 7th level. It's awesome. It's so well done. It looks great. Like I could keep playing these games. keep digging them up. I thought that this was like wasn't aware this was a completely new game. I thought that this was like a remake of an arcade game that actually doesn't exist.
Weren't they supposed to make that collection, or did they make that in?
That's coming out as well. The Cowabunga collection, I think.
Okay, I didn't make that up.
Right.
No, that's coming as well. I feel like those games have come out fairly, like within the last decade. They've already put those games out again.
Well, I have my Legends arcade stick if I really want.
Right. I don't know. We'll play more through it. I think we have to have the whole family playing and kind of, I don't know, egg on the kids to stick with it. They'd much rather play something like the Space Lines from the Far Out that.
I tried that since you were talking about it.
Oh, okay. How did you enjoy that? It's you have to have the right amount of crew members, I think, to make that worthwhile.
Ty and I gave it a shot. And I got to say, like, the tutorial in the beginning is pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see how this game is going to be really fun once we get past this and get more people involved.
Yeah, you need to have at least 3 people, I think. I think with 2 people, there's a little bit too many tasks to do that you don't get the full experience.
Can you play with people like a mix of couch and online? Because that would be pretty
I'm not
good.
sure. I think so. But I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, that was cool. You talked me into that one.
It was right there on Game Pass, wasn't it?
It was easy to find.
Just sitting right there.
What else?
I think that's it for new releases.
I feel like these lists that we get, like I love that we get them from Tech Gaming.
Yeah.
.net,
But
I feel like they're untrue on the number of PlayStation releases.
I was waiting for this
because
you bought something on the PlayStation for $1.
No, I didn't yet. I may consider it just to see, like, just for research sake. But with the new launch of PlayStation Plus, I was in the PlayStation store yesterday, just kind of like looking around like you do, right? Like, hey, let's see what all is on here. Let's see what deals are happening.
I do that often, yes.
What new games are out? And it is every bit as much of just a crap fest in there as the Switch store. Like Switch has a little bit of a lead, I would guess, but there are, like, I found this weekly release series from Breakthrough Gaming Arcade, and they're 99-cent black and white games that are sports games that are loosely based off Bible verses. So,
what?
Yeah, so
like you go fishing and you catch one fish, but then you put the fish down and it becomes 10 fish?
No, that would be actually related to Bible verses.
Oh, okay, just checking.
So just to give you an example here, there is a game called Softball, and then Breakthrough Gaming Arcade after it. But all of them are just like, here's Softball. And then I'm like looking at the attract screens, right? And one of them is just this screen and just black screen with white text on it, and like a baseball up in the corner and a stick figure baseball player at the bottom. And it says, this game's lesson is, if you watch a baseball game and a softball game, you may think they are the same. But if you look closer, you'll notice that there are differences between the two sports. It's the same thing in life. You may think you know what a person is going to be like based on how they look on the outside, but no two people are the same. God has made every person unique and special. Check out an example of this in 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 6 and 7 in the Bible. And it's just a game, like, it's just this crap little black and white, like, softball game. I don't understand what's going on over PlayStation.
You're saying there's no quality control? They're at Nintendo
it requires
levels?
A minimum of 23.4 megabytes to install.
It's hardly even software, is what you're saying. It's just like a small collection of bits.
Is there any game to play? Do you actually play softball? And
I think it's like it's probably like a Game & Watch version of softball. Softballs are falling and you're trying to waddle your guy over to catch them.
I mean, that sounds okay to me. Game & Watch. If they came out with Bible Cement Mixer, I'd be on board.
But this is like, it's like front and center. Like, if you're just looking at new releases on the PlayStation 5, like, and it's like screens of this stuff. Like, I took a screenshot and sent it to you guys. I don't think I have it right now.
You did. You sent it.
I sent it to you. I don't have it on my phone, but it's just like rows of this stuff that is just like
garbage,
just absolute garbage.
The games that you sent that are considered PlayStation 5 games are, let's see, you have Broken Mind, the Milky Way Prince, the Vampire Star.
That's one game?
Yeah. Webbing Blocks, which I think is a ripoff of that. What's that game? 356? Is that what it's called? The one where you move the blocks around to make the numbers. You know what I'm talking about.
13s or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You have another breakthrough game, horseback riding. You have the Jumping Hot Dog Turbo Edition.
Oh, there were so many of those. You can jump so many foods on PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
there's hot dogs, there's pizzas,
there's Burger Fun, there's Unicorn Break, is this say the Spidey D?
That's my cousin. That's my cousin.
Spidey D.
Deep Diving Adventures. That's what you sent. That's the last one.
Right, just a random assortment of titles that are just like, why is this?
And mixed in there is the King of the Fighters 98.
Right, like one actual game,
yeah,
maybe two actual games in a 2 rows of the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, lots of jumping food. Lots of jumping food. You
Yeah.
want to be a hot dog? We got the game for you.
Wait, are you jumping? Are you the food or are you jumping
the
over
food.
food?
You're
You're the food.
You're a jumping piece of food.
PlayStation 5. Now
very
you are the food.
Like 1992 Sega Genesis. If there's something that could jump on something, they're gonna make a game where you're that thing that jumps over things.
With the power of the PlayStation 5, anything is possible, including jumping fruit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look, it's a pineapple man.
Wow.
Way to
we
go.
did it.
It's the cool pineapple.
Yeah. There's some of this on the Xbox stores too, but it just doesn't seem as not quite as prevalent. It's still there, but just not.
It's in a different
not
section,
as.
maybe?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
gotta
if they
sort
hide
of
it
gate
somehow.
off that stuff, I feel.
I think Xbox might get away with a little more because I think people really look up what's new on Game Pass before they look up what's new in games.
But it's probably not in the, don't you think?
But those games aren't on Game Pass, so they kind of fall through a little bit.
Xbox has a bunch of, budget games like that too, but I feel like they're not in the main store, maybe? Uh-oh, Wombat's yawning again.
I am
There's some
yawning
in the main
again.
store.
It's been a
I just
long
don't
day.
Oh,
think
wrong song.
it doesn't seem as much, but it's getting there too. Like they're piling up these games. The other thing I noticed that I was looking at all these different PlayStation Plus tiers, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there looking in the store and I'm like, oh, okay. I see some of like the PlayStation 1 games that they've added to the store. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like it's nice that you could go in and buy like Toy Story 2 for PlayStation 1 for $6 or whatever on there. It's nice that they're like supporting their old games in a way that you can buy. I thought it was just like, oh, we're gonna stream the old crap on that top level. Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna actually.
Toy Story 3 is the game that you want to play, by the way.
But that's fine. I just having Toy Story 2. Like you could play Worms World Party. There's several
is Pain on there? I meant to look up. I couldn't find that.
I don't know. Maybe probably. But the thing that caught my eye too though was like some of the games you can't buy. Like Mr. Driller and Tekken 2 and the original Resident Evil. The only way you can download and play those is if you subscribe to the top tier of PlayStation Plus. Like, there's no other way to buy them.
Do you think that's converting a lot of people to that tier of PlayStation Plus?
Is the first Resident Evil, like the remake, is that still on Game Pass? If so, then I don't know.
It just seems
Mm-hmm.
it seems like not a great thing to have in your store. Is like, again, don't show me the games that I can't buy that I have to subscribe to. Like that's not a new release to me.
But that's like a marketing ploy. I feel like there's going to be more games like that in the future. I think that Sony thinks that's a strategy to get you to convert you to another tier member, higher tier.
I don't like it. I know that.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting because when I look at the games, like the available games, the first thing that it shows for me is always Ape Escape, which I can't play. Like it's like, oh, you want to play Ape Escape? You got to upgrade to play the original Ape Escape.
See, told you.
But I don't know. But if I want to play Returnal, Returnal's right there for me. Which I did, by the way. I did play Returnal.
Right.
That's right there for me. I can play.
It's a marketing thing, Ship. They just want to convert people. That they're right already. They're like right into it, right? They can't even wait to fucking upsell you. Like they can't even wait a week. Like when did all these tiers launch? I mean, maybe you let people get settled in first and see how they like it before you fucking start trying to trick them into with Ape Escape.
Yeah, I don't know. I was clicking around like this can't be right. Like I'm on Mr. I own Mr. Driller. Like I can play it. It's
still great loss, by the way, if you can't play. Yeah,
exactly. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, maybe I'd buy this digitally just so I could have it on the PS5 to play. And so I'm like clicking around and like going through all the different screens and everything. I'm like, there's no way to buy this, is there? It just seems really unfriendly.
Well, Sony's sort of, it seems like within their MO, doesn't seem like that, outside of what they would do.
I could understand it if it was like part of like the cloud service, because it's like, oh, this is a different service. Like there's a reason why I can't play this on PlayStation 5 I have to pay up for that service. But this is just like a game that's on their store.
They want you to get the, what is it? Premium. Premium.
Yes.
They're gonna try. Maybe one day, Ship, they'll earn your dollar, your extra dollars.
I mean, I don't think, I think the extra is not a bad value proposition. The premium seems
Extra is actually, I think, is great so far. Like I said, I played the DLC for Spider-Man. I started Miles Morales. I started Returnal.
How's
I mean,
Returnal?
Returnal is okay. Like I said, I don't. It's not like I played hours of it, but it seems very samey. Like
It's pretty
I mean,
hardcore, right? Isn't it like a third-person
It's a-
shmup sort of?
it's a third person roguelike where you're on a planet and every time you die you come back and you have to go back and start over again on a procedurally generated planet. But it seems like, I mean, again, maybe I just need to get further in it, but it seems like it doesn't change much. Like, is it all just that kind of black goop world no matter how far you get? Because it seems like it's just black goop world and you're fighting, like, I don't know, uninspired aliens.
Right. Mhm.
Like, oh, look at this one. It's blue. This is blue blob.
But
Go
doesn't
shoot
it-
the
I thought
blue blob.
It's known for its visuals, I thought.
It looks good. It's not that it's a bad looking game. It's just kind of, but there's nothing, like, it doesn't jump. It's lots of black and lots of goop. I don't know. It's not from it's not the aesthetic that I'm looking for, at least not in a roguelike game where if I die, I'm just going right back to that same black goop world again.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Like if I knew I was going from black goop world to a different world, or maybe when it relaunched with a different sort of environment, that might make it a little bit more interesting. But to start over again in the same sort of uninspired background, I don't, that at least that's what I thought. You played it, Chip. What do you think? Am I wrong?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, I thought you played it.
I have not played that yet. I own it.
Ooh.
I have not got around to playing it.
Ship has
Oh.
not been inspired by the PS5. He's not been drawn in. Even despite its huge size, you think just by its huge size, you'd be drawn in just by the gravity that it creates.
I mean, I play it on a regular basis, but a lot of the time it's playing it with Dashel, and we're playing Spider-Man, we're playing Ratchet and Clank, we're playing Astrobot, and that PlayStation 4 Kamen Rider game that we're getting ready to finish for the 4th time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I did check out the Radiohead Kid A experience that's only on the PlayStation 5.
Oh,
also.
you did? Okay,
Yeah.
I did it on PC.
That thing's cool.
It's very good, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
Crazy.
I mean, it helps if you like the songs. So,
Right.
But yeah. Mhm.
Cool.
Yep. I just stayed in the big gelatinous tube that plays the bass line from National Anthem for like 5 minutes.
I did the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I did the whole thing also. I'm just saying, I did that also.
It's cool.
Like I went back after I finished it and just stood in the meat tube. Do 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 do.
I'd love to see more of that from different artists.
Well, I mean, Epic bought Harmonix to do stuff like that, I assume.
Right.
Epic also bought Bandcamp, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I don't know that Harmonix worked on that though, did they?
No, they didn't. I'm just saying
For
they
stuff like that.
made something like that before they bought Harmonix, and then they bought Harmonix. It just seems like they should be making more things like that
Right.
with other bands and other cool albums.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Time for Wombat's Fortnightly News?
I think so. I think we kind of treaded into it already.
Let's do it.
The first big update of the season for Fortnite came out last week. Darth Vader is now an NPC on the map. You could fight Darth Vader. He has a special mythic lightsaber that if you kill Darth Vader, you could take his lightsaber and you could throw the lightsaber at people.
Nice.
And that's kind of cool.
Is it red?
It is red.
Did you clap?
I did. I clapped.
Good.
It's something comes up. It says "clap, please" when you first see it. So
Good.
I made sure to follow the rules. No, it was a good update. They added a new POI and all the things you hope for in a Fortnite update. They pulled it off.
Oh yes, POI.
POI. Everyone likes.
POIs.
Everyone loves a good new POI. That's what people are always looking for.
What else?
Let's see. Oh, so speaking of games, so Knights of the Old Republic 2, that's an old game. They put that on the Switch, I guess a couple of weeks ago.
Cool.
Yeah, except we can't finish it. There's a glitch where you can only get halfway through the game, and then you can't progress any further than halfway through.
Yikes.
There is no fix.
Yeah.
There's no way to get past it.
Yeah, right. They're gonna put out a fix.
Well, I mean, they should have put out a fix probably, the day the game came out or
Things
a
are
couple of days.
complicated.
I mean, maybe I'm not saying that games should be delayed all the time.
Maybe they didn't know about it.
How could you QA a game that no one's finished?
You just poured it over.
Yeah, you don't need to actually play it. Come on. You know it's going to work. It's just going to work.
It's just going to work. I mean,
that's it work. They play 15 minutes of it and you go, the rest of this will work.
It's good.
I mean, that's it, right? Like they had to know. That's basically what we're getting at is they had to know that this game did not work.
No, they didn't. That's not true. They could have known.
Right.
But they didn't have to know.
They didn't have to.
Now they know. Now they have to know, and they admit it, it sounds like. Mm-hmm. But they thought, hey, it could work.
I mean, what was the likelihood that people were actually gonna play it after they bought it?
And get more than halfway through.
Right.
Like they figured, oh, look at that. I made it to the midway point.
They looked at the charts. They saw like that 90% of the users were going to buy it and never get halfway through the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they went, that 10%, they probably won't notice. They're not going to get there that quickly.
We can fix it.
Yeah, we'll fix it. They'll fix it. I'm sure they'll fix it. It'll be great.
They'll fix it in post.
Everybody will enjoy eventually. Yep. You may have to be patient. What else?
I just saw the clip and it made me laugh. It was, everyone's favorite Texas Senator, Ted Cruz. He apparently plays a lot of video games, and he was asked in an interview about it. I think it was on
phone games, right?
Yeah. Not only that, but he says that he really appreciates how he could just spend money to level up his character without actually having to play the game to get his character leveled up. So he could kind of, make the game real easy for him, and he could just, breeze right through it because he could spend the money and not have to deal with actually playing it.
If anybody's character could use more leveling up, it's definitely Ted Cruz.
So it says a lot about him, I guess.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He can eat my shit. What else we got?
They came out with an update for Team Fortress 2 this week. A big like a lengthy update to fix a lot of bugs, and because there's apparently a lot of issues with bots and exploits, and fans have been asking for a real update from Valve for a long time, and they put one out, and they say they're listening, and they're going to come out with more. And I think that's kind of crazy for a game that, I mean, how old is that game now? 10, 12 years old?
Yeah, but it still makes money. There's still like this.
Maybe.
What's that?
More than that, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really, it is a game that is 12, maybe 12 years old.
15 years old. That came out in 2007.
That is a 15-year-old game that is still being supported and still has a fan base. And as you said, is still making money. I think that that's impressive.
The reason there are bots is because there's money to be made, I'm sure. Like that's because isn't there some like online marketplace for items in that?
I think so. I honestly haven't played that game in who knows how long, and I only played it on the Xbox 360. So
yeah, all right.
I remember liking that game. We talked about this with Fall Guys. The right art style can really take a game a real long way, because that game also has a pretty cool aesthetic. I don't think we would have what Fortnite looks like without what Team Fortress looks like.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Say Fort right in them.
Yep. I don't think that is a coincidence.
All right. Let's roll on into the CAG bag.
You know what? If they added the Team Fortress guys into Fortnite, it would just be like a money printing machine.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah. If they put like the medic or the soldier or the whatever, one of those, the cowboy guy.
People want that?
I think people would want Team Fortress 2 characters. And
you don't even want that.
I do want that.
You do? You would pay for that?
I mean, I don't know if I'd pay for all of them, but I might get one of them. Maybe, the guy with the baseball hat, maybe I get him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The guy you don't even know his name.
No, baseball hat guy.
That's
What else
the
do
guy
I
you
need
want?
to know?
It's the guy you want.
It's the guy I want. I want baseball.
The guy you can't name.
Nope. Or the bald guy with the vest.
I think
Baldy
it's
vesty.
Scout. Isn't that Scout?
Scout is the hat guy. Yeah.
Let's go to the CAG bag.
Yeah.
Gamer Interface writes in and says, talk about how base building mechanics in Starfield are intended for Sims fans, which is a huge market, even though they are a turnoff for others. I personally like some of the building stuff and can see where it could be a lifestyle thing.
But Sims fans have the Sims.
Right. Are Sims fans looking for Starfield and Fallout games, or they're looking for more Sims, I feel? I think they're like pretty dedicated to Sims, right?
There's so much Sims content out there. Every time I look at what's on sale in the Xbox, it's always like 30 different Sims 4 packs. It's like, oh, you want pets? Pets is on sale. It's like $1.99 this week.
It makes a lot of money for EA. It's a big seller. So I don't necessarily know that those players are looking for Starfield.
Or did he mean to say like simulation fans? Like
he capitalized the S.
But he didn't put a V in front of it.
He didn't. He said intended for Sims fans.
Oh.
I understand he capitalized the S, making me think that he also meant the game The Sims.
But those fans aren't looking for like a story-driven stuff like this. They're looking for like hardcore base building. I don't think that's what this is.
I don't know. I just think as long as the base building is optional
in that area.
This is Fallout. Wombat, how in depth was the base building in Fallout 4, right? That's the one with the base building?
It sucked.
Right?
Sucked because it was unnecessarily complicated.
But you could ignore it and still play through.
There were 2 missions where it required you to build.
Of them.
So don't you think
it wasn't much? You didn't have to build that well.
Right. Do you think that they're going to go a similar route with Starfield? Because I think that's probably.
I think there's going to be at least 2. There's going to be a tutorial that you're going to have to do, where you're going to have to build a little hut that'll probably be like a 4-wall thing.
No, your ship, right?
And there'll be another one where you have to build your own ship. And I don't want to do either one of those things.
Do you have to build a base? I don't forget from the video. I remember them showing.
You're going to have to build a base. You're going to have to build a ship. It'll be 2 as the storyline parts. And I'm going to build a ship that's literally going to be like 1 piece of plywood with a steering wheel on it. And I'll be like, yeah, here's my fucking ship. Can I move on to shooting aliens in the face now again, please?
Boo, yeah.
What if they made it Banjo-Kazooie style building of things? Nuts and bolts style. Would you be into that?
I mean, that game was, you know what? That was actually a lot of fun, that game. But that game was like all about the trial and error and stuff. Unfortunately, I tried playing that game not that long ago, and it does not hold up as well as it, I don't think
that's an old game as well. I think they could revisit that mechanic at this point.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That game actually had some really cool ideas. But if it was like that, where it's just like snap some wheels on here, now you got a spaceship or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, that's better. This I don't think it's going to be that user friendly. I think they're going to try to make it complicated. They're going to overcomplicate something that shouldn't be complicated.
I think you'll get through it. It'll be.
I'm sure I will.
Hopefully
you're gonna love it.
Yeah, hopefully we love it. Hopefully it comes out in the near future too. But in the meantime, Chorus, very good dog fighting, space dog fighting, looks great. That could fill some time. I'm still playing that. I recommend it. Let's do one more of these questions, then we got to go to bed. Let's see. Alex writes in and says, do you guys think you could do a podcast on your own and talk only to yourself for 2 hours? I gotta imagine it's rather difficult, but as a listener, it's kind of weird to listen to. Just wondering if you've listened to Jeff Gerstmann's new podcast. I guess that's what he's doing. I mean, Rush Limbaugh did it.
I don't think I could do it.
Didn't Rush Limbaugh do it? That was his thing.
I guess. Who else used to do that? You made me lose my train of thought. Oh, Bill Burr does that.
He's got a podcast where he does that?
Yeah. That was his. I don't know if he still does it, but that used to be. That was his thing. He was the talks to himself for an hour.
It does seem difficult.
Mm-hmm. It's very difficult.
But Twitch streamers do it. I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, they also have the chat going.
Right. They're interacting with the chat. They're also interacting with the game that they're playing, or
Is Jeff's not
DJing.
live? Jeff is pre-recording. It's just recording it by himself and
Yeah,
just talking.
would
Yeah, I
not
guess. I
know the
mean,
answer.
yeah, I don't know if I could do that. It's hard to say. It does sound hard. Oh, I guess we didn't really answer this guy's question.
We
No,
did not.
the answer is no. How about a definitive answer? No need to be wishy-washy on our way out. Oh, he's on Twitch when he does the show, says Ernest Semper. So yeah, that's I could do that. I mean, these Twitch streamers do that shit for like 8 hours a day. It seems to entertain people. There you go. So yes, I'm changing my answer to yes. All right. That's it. Let's wrap up the show. Let's raid Code's house while we're here because I have it queued up and we can. Are we doing a show next week, Wombat? What's the story?
No, actually, I think we're off until the 14th of July because Ship's out of town and then you're both out of town.
Towns. There's a lot of towns.
Yeah. So
involved.
enjoy this show. Who knows? Maybe I'll Twitch stream next week.
That'll be next week's show. Is Wombat talking to himself?
Yeah. Maybe I'll try this next week by myself.
Head to head with Jeff Gerstmann.
Yep. You can send me the cheap ass gamer login. I'll do it on that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Later.
Bread's done.